Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, Ul Monroe Warhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
One play moves the ball to the 44, and it'll be first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. There's the handoff. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And the Rainbow Warriors are looking to keep this drive going. Movement here from the tight end. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. The Rainbow Warriors come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And the tailback's got it again. Refusing to be brought down. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Of course, they'll decline the offsides penalty, and the touchdown will stand. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. There's contact on the throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway to set up the offense at the 38.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. And the defense come up with a stop this time. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line. But it's first and goal for the offense.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. The back's got it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Second and goal for the offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ul Monroe offense back out there now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Running back has it on a screen now. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Here comes a handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Toss play to the outside. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
And the defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Second down after that previous play. He'll hand it off. The Warhawks looking to keep this drive rolling.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ul Monroe.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Motion now from the tight end. And there's the handoff. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 20. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking to scramble. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's third and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Stevens. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
I love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it go quickly. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game, or he's going to cost his team a game.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it, enough for a first down. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Ul Monroe offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. On first down, it's play action. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaking free at the 35. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense. Second down play coming up.
Here's the handoff on a counter. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he make it to the marker? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the Warhawks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The Warhawks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Caught near the sticks. It's Henry. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Looks like he's going to run it. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Warhawks are in the red zone. Hunter takes the toss, runs to his left. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They're going to run it here. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Running play called on 3rd and short.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see what this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. And the Rainbow Warriors looking to use the out-tempo offense here. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Tackle, but forced down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch, but the throw threw him out of the field of play. Incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Worked out of the 46, good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks toward the sideline and finds the running back. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. And the Rainbow Warriors will crank up the tempo. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a quick grab. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. The Rainbow Warriors trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. This one is right through. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Warhawks offense back on the field now. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He lets it go on the move. It's intercepted, threw it across his body. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll hand it off. Breaks free now into the secondary. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of the offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if you're going to run an ISO play with that pulling guard, the running back's got to do a better job of getting behind those big linemen to hope that a hole will open up. Here he tries to bounce it to the outside. There's just no room out there.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. After connecting on his first try, this is a chip shot from 22 yards out. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Ul Monroe offense back out there now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick from the very first play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall. And it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Touchdown, Ul Monroe. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the point after attempt. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. They'll run it here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Now it's second down here. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. Keeping it on the ground here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Crucial third down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Ball handed off. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The Warhawks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And now the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on 1st down. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? He's at the 50. Across the 40. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The offense with some pre-snap motion. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Handoff running right. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes the Ul Monroe offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's looking to scramble. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. And here's the handoff. They test the middle to get stuck. That run goes nowhere.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He cannot escape. Defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Trying for a 4th down completion. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. Enough for a 1st down at the 37.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the 1st down. They've got to rally with the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up a 1st down.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Escapes the sack. And the defense says not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback takes off now. Looking to scramble. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Crucial third down play coming up. They'll try to run for the first down. Finding space at the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Tries to get it to the running back. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he'll set up to throw. And he finds the running back in the flat. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
12th play of this marathon march, but it's third down and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
No problem. Knocks it right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Powers through a tackle. And the return man runs out of bounds. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Ball handed off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The game makes it second and medium. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Important second down play coming up. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. There's the handoff. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the catch. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down mark.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Receiver in motion now. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Here comes the Warhawks offense back on the field now. They settled for a field goal from the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. And the Warhawks hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Testing the right side here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle. The ball is loose. He quickly lands on it and prevents the turnover. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Throws to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors line up on 1st and 10 now. And a handoff as they run the counter play.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the wideout goes in motion. And now the running back's got it again. Stopped short with the marker after just a short gain. Need some important yards here on third down. A field goal try here will be from 59 yards out. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Rainbow Warriors are in the red zone. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. Handoff to the single back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Oh, a reverse. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Showing a bunch formation now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Ul Monroe offense back out there now. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
Biggest drive of the game right here. Regulation time winding down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
Drops back. They're going to throw for it on third down. The pass rush closing in. Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at this stage of the game. And they stop the clock with a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Warhawks will have to kick this away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. Setting up for a passing down now with 7 DBs on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. So that takeaway will end regulation play, but we've got more football coming up. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. The back's got it. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Hawaii, to take the lead in overtime.
How about that, Chris? Unbelievable. Our first play into overtime, and we got a touchdown. Now they got to play some defense and win this game.
And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. And now the defense will spend a timeout to get everybody on the same page before this important play. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Sticking with the running game. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Warhawks will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Handoff heading left. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here comes a handoff. They can't stop him. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. We'll hand it off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing 3rd down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here we go. Biggest play so far. Can the defense get a stop on 3rd and goal here in OT? And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So here we go. Biggest play of the game. Can the offense punch it in on 3rd and goal in OT? And the offense will spend a timeout before one of the most important plays of this game, needing to convert here. Here we go. Biggest play so far. Can the defense get a stop on 3rd and goal here in OT? 3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Right down the middle. And they've regained the lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. The linebacker shifting around now. And there's the handoff. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. The Rainbow Warriors looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So here we go, a critical 3rd down play. This offense eager to keep the drive going and not settle for 3 here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Play action fake, looking to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he pulls in the catch.
Well, these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal on this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive. And now it's 1st and goal.
So now it's 1st down and goal. A great chance to win the game right here. And the quarterback just sneaks it. And he's in. It's a touchdown to win the game. A double overtime classic.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship,
That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.